Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Fierce Female Friday. Finally, Friday, July 29th. Welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. Renaissance is out right now, Fashion Dolls. Please go and download it, stream it. Beyonce definitely gave us something for the culture. She included house, ballroom, and so much more into this project. So, without further ado, we're going to have some fun today with our very special guest, Mr. Rayshawn Smith Jr., who's worked alongside Trey, Floyd, and so many others. I'm super excited for today's show. Special thanks to my makeup artist and my beauty contributor here, Melanie Nalamai Bridgers. We decided to cut my hair and do something a little different. You guys know a woman has versatility, so I hope you guys are feeling this new bob cut like I am. So you know I'm not going to have it by next week. So without further ado, let's welcome our very special guest, Mr. Rayshawn Smith Jr. He's here, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Balone. Hi, everyone. Make sure you guys share the live as you enter. Check out the full interview in case you missed it. You'll have it here on YouTube. So, welcome to the dollhouse. How are you?
Hello, hello, hello. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Yourself, TGIF.
Yeah, it's thank God it's Friday. So
Finally. So before we
yeah.
get into this interview, how
Mhm.
has your 2022 been? Because I know you work outside of acting, you work and stuff, and then family. So how's the balance been so far since this thing is hit? Because we never expected this coming.
Uh, well, since the start of 2022, I mean everything's been cool. Um, I got married back in June, so that was the highlight of the year thus far. Yeah, got married. Got married back in June.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just came back from my honeymoon out in Jamaica. So that was interesting. Still, still out here grinding, hustling, working, trying to get my name out there. 2022 it's been good so far. I'm hoping to end the year with a strong bang, but so far it's been good to me.
So is everything that you put out there, because me, I love to do vision boards. Is everything you put out there and you wish for, you hope for, any goals or passions that has come to for you for in 2022?
Other than getting married and just working more, I mean, I'm just doing it day by day. Still got my feet on the pavement, just out here. Like I said, just out here, just trying to work. And I do talk to the man above time to time, just like, hey man, whatever your next step is for me, I trust you. So we just gonna rock with it. And but yeah, man, I'm doing pretty good. I like I said, all things can always be better, but I'm good with where I'm at right now. Still got some stuff, that I want to, get to, but everything's good right now. So
And it's coming in all due time. Shout outs to my friend Valone. Make sure you guys please go and check out his channel. He is so dope. Does a lot of coverage on hip hop music artists and so much more in the entertainment business. So make sure you guys please go and subscribe to Valone 88 on YouTube. He says enjoy that honeymoon while it lasts, because man,
yeah, nah, I'm enjoying it so far, man. This whole marriage thing is new to me, but I'm getting used to it. I only said I'm doing it once, so this is a one-time deal for me.
and you got the one, you got the keeper.
Yeah.
All right. So let's dive right into this interview. The
Yes.
world got introduced to Rashawn Smith how? Where did you grow up? How many brothers? How many sisters?
Let's see. The world got introduced to me. It was a cold, rainy night, November 25th, 1986. No, I'm just playing. I don't know if it was cold or rainy. I'm just assuming it was cold and rainy because I love cold weather and I love the rain. So I'm assuming it was cold and rainy. But no, I born November 25th, 1986 in Greensboro, North Carolina. So I'm a Carolina native. Father was in the Air Force. So pretty much from the time I was born till when I got in high school, I mean, we was on the go. So Being a military brat, it it opens your eyes up to a lot of different things. I was going from military base to military base. This is before the internet. So a lot of it was whenever I get to a base, I would have to, I had to acclimate myself, to the base and, try to meet friends and trying to meet people. And I'm sort of shy in a sense. Like I don't really like just open up to a lot of people right away. Like I kind of like play the background and observe people. And then when I see my spots, that's when I step in. But being a military brat, just before the internet, once you leave a military base, all those friends you met, you weren't going to hear from them ever again unless your parents kept in touch. So, shouts out to everybody now that's, living vicariously, living through the internet because I was a product of the pre-internet era. You know what I mean? So grew up in a military family, military discipline. We moved back to North Carolina. I was about 14. Moved from Texas back to North Carolina, moved to Fayetteville, North Carolina, where I like to say I came into my own, so to speak. That's where I spent my formative years. So whenever anybody, asks me where I'm from, I tell them Fayetteville because Fayetteville basically helped shape and mold who I am today. Graduated E.E. Smith High School. Shout out to the Golden Bulls. From there, I went to University of North Carolina, Wilmington, 2005 to 2009. Graduated there with a bachelor's degree in theater. Then spent a few years in Wilmington after I graduated. Moved back home for a little bit, and then finally decided to make the leap to move to Atlanta to pursue this thing called acting. And I've been in Atlanta since 2015, summer of 2015. So, yeah, I feel like I still haven't really scratched the surface yet here in Atlanta, but I'm making some strides, making some leeway.
You will, because Atlanta is the Black Mecca, and everybody who's producing and directing, you work with Trey Floyd, who I've had on the show, and Dante, who I've also had on the show as well, too, which we'll get to throughout this interview. But Atlanta is the Black Mecca, and anybody who's anybody, whether it's because I'm a fashion and hair girl, as you guys can see, I'm always changing up my hair and things. That's, in the beauty industry, it is popping out there, but in the acting, entertainment, music industry is also popping as well too. So anybody who's anybody, Atlanta is the place to go if you want to jumpstart your career. And when you said Carolina, I said, because I'm from South Carolina. My brother is actually in North Carolina, but my family, the majority of my family is from New York. So yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I got family pretty much all over. I got family. I think I got family up in New York. I definitely got family in South Carolina, Florida. Like I said, I got family all over, and just people that we've met throughout, going from military base to military base, folks that my parents actually kept in touch with that, that I consider family, they're all over. So yeah, I'm just, like I said, just a Carolina boy here in Atlanta trying to, get my feet wet.
And it's coming. Opportunities are coming because we've already seen some of your work from the clips that you posted here on Instagram on your page. And I say, yeah, you're on your way. You are on your way on the right path.
Well,
So
thank you.
you are so welcome. Getting into the business, your first time being on set, could you describe what it was like for your first time being on set, getting your feet wet into the acting scene?
First time being on set. I was actually an extra. So the crazy thing is, I didn't get interested into like acting until about maybe like as far as taking it serious, until about maybe 10th or 11th grade. I mean, when everybody asks me, when did I start acting? My cliche answer is I've been acting all my life, but I didn't get really serious and, want to actually think about pursuing it and going to college for it till about 10th or 11th grade year. And then after college, I didn't take it serious as I should have. And then when I finally decided to take it serious was about 2013. But my first time being on set is for the movie Bolden. Now, a lot of people don't know the Bolden that came out, that was like the second or third time of them having filmed it. I was on set the very, very, very first time they actually it was up in production, up and running. It was filmed out in Wilmington, which I didn't know was a big movie city, movie town, until I actually got to Wilmington. Um, but yeah, I was an extra on set, and being an extra on set, it opened up my eyes. Definitely it's definitely a thing of you got to know how to conduct yourselves, how to acclimate yourself, because a lot you can tell when a lot of people they've never been around people that have been on television, so when they see somebody that they've seen on TV, they automatically think oh, that's so and so on TV. Let me go talk. A lot of people don't realize when actors are on set, most of the time they're working. This is work for us. This is a job. We get paid for this. We fill out W-2s. This is a job. So I mean, it's cool that you want to meet people, but you understand these people are working too. And then a lot of times it'd be the wrong time. You trying to holler at somebody. You trying to get a picture with somebody. It's like just wait till the director says cut and moving on, and then so they can set up something else. Then try to get your moments in. But yeah, my first time ever being on set was Bolden as an extra. I did actually maybe a couple days of work. It was during the summer, so it was hot, but my scenes were at night. They were at night. There was a lot of people. The biggest thing I learned was the whole time just sitting around waiting, waiting,
Yeah.
waiting, and that was the biggest thing for me. I'm like, are we gonna do anything today? And then finally, when they bring you on the set, they especially with the extra, they got somebody handling the extras. They coordinate with them, and then sometimes they'll be like, all right, well, let me get you here, you here. All right, everybody else is spread out, and this is what the scene is. So this is how we want you to act. Okay. So yeah, man, being on set as an extra, just I just saw the behind the scenes stuff. Just kind of learned how to how to maneuver. Uh, Learned about craft services. Thank God for craft services. Woo! College student craft services. They tell you when you on set, craft services are for set only. Don't be trying. You can't tell that to a college student who's I wasn't really working like that at the time, so you know food here and there. I need stuff. I need snacks. I eat. So yeah, that was very interesting. But then using that information and using what I learned from being on set as an extra, I found how to conduct myself, on other sets. Especially when I'm doing like speaking roles and featured extra roles, which is another way of saying you have a speaking part, but we're not 100% sure it's gonna make the cut, but it's in there. So, but yeah, that was my first time on set, and then from there, like I said, after I graduated college, I did a couple of musical theater plays. So I did Hairspray, I did Jesus Christ Superstars. What else I do? I said the Wiz. I did the Wiz. Shout out to Kevin Green out in Wilmington with Tech Mojay Theater. Um, he gave me an opportunity to be in those. I was ensemble cast. Of course they were musicals, so I had to be in the background, singing and dancing. I can't sing, but I can give you the facial features and lip sync like I'm giving it to you. So, and then from there, what happened? Oh, and then from there, I did my first feature film called The Greatest Sex I've Ever Had, which is a Christian-based film. But when you hear the title, you don't think that.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So that was the first feature-length film that I was a part of, and that was also filmed in Wilmington. Shout out Red, who filmed that, who directed that, produced that. And yeah, so that was my first time being on set was Bolden when they first filmed it, and like I said, it's been 2 or 3 times until they finally got it right. But that was my first time being on set.
And speaking of directors, you've worked alongside who we just mentioned, Trey Floyd, in The
Mhm.
Bill and the System back in 2021. What was it like working with Trey Floyd? Because he has his theater in Atlanta, and you've
Mm.
also worked with Dante Sellers as well too. So what was it like getting the call to work on this production for the
Uh,
bill?
well, I had so I had seen, I had I had followed Trey Floyd Productions on Instagram, and I had seen him posting stuff on Facebook. And then one day I seen him do a audition notice, like an open casting. So I was like, you know what, let me just submit for this. So I submitted for it, and I got an email reply saying these are when the auditions are, these are the times. So I was like, all right, cool, I can make the time. So I went out to the open call, handed him my resume. I had to give him a monologue, gave him a monologue. When I finished the monologue, he asked me, do you mind reading a part? And I was like, nah, no problem. So he gave me a script, and he was like, can you go over these lines? I'm like, you want to memorize them? He's like, you don't have to. I was like, well, he's like, I'll give you about 20 minutes. I was like, cool. I don't need the whole 20, but I'll take 20. So I went to the car, sat there, went through my process of getting my lines down. And I didn't try to necessarily memorize them, but I feel it's best if I am off book for the most part. Even if I don't know the lines exactly, as long as I can get as long as I get the gist of the line, I'm good. And then I also I like to improv a lot, especially if I'm feeling the dialogue and
Mhm.
oh, I can add this in here. Oh, this will hit too. So I went back in. I put the script down. He was like, he saw it. He was like, oh, you don't need the script. I was like, no, I'm good. I got it. So we went through the scene. I did the scene, and he was like, okay, I'll be giving you a call. Sure enough, he asked me, did I want to play the role of Glue in the Ville? Which I was like, yeah, cool. He gave me free range to however I want to do it. So that was pretty fun. Just playing the thug, the intimidating thug gangster, because I don't really do the gangster roles like that. I'm the comedic relief. That's my niche. I'm the comedic relief. So I got to play that, and about halfway through filming the Ville, he reached back out to me and said, hey, I got this show I'm developing called Army Sisters. Would you be interested in possibly being part of that? I said, yeah, no problem. What's the script like? And so he sent me the character he wanted me to read for a script, and he's like, let me know what you think. Read it, loved it. So I was like, yeah, I'm down. So straight after the Ville, I did Army Sisters. And then after Army Sisters, yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, and then he did a stage play, Black Lives Matter. He had a couple other stuff. I like to mess with him and say that I was in 2 shows and he just decided not to employ me anymore. He just said, you know what, we're done with you. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? You did what you did. And then he asked me to do the roommate with Dante. And that was fun because it was a comedy. And so I was like, oh yeah, I get to cut up.
Right in the element.
Yeah, and he was like, look, this is the gist of the character, but see fit however you want to, tweak it. He's like, if you want to, emphasize some stuff, you want to add some stuff, by all means, you got free range. And that's one of the things I appreciate about Trey is if he trusts you and you
Yes.
show that you're, a dedicated actor, you show that you got the chops for it, he'll trust you with any script, with any character. He'll be like, look, you got free range. And if he don't like it or he don't, he's not feeling it, he'll let you know. So that was my first introduction, was working on the Ville, which was fun, and I always have a good time when I'm filming stuff with Trey, man, because it's just jokes and laughs and goofiness all around.
Right in your element. Now, how did the solid? Cause you would have thought that you and Dante were brothers when you two did the roommate. From the clip that you posted, the connection, the brotherhood between you two in this film, this project, and of course the comedy. What was it like working alongside Dante? Because he's such a down to earth guy. I had him on the show
Mm-hmm.
not too long ago, which would have been, yeah, still in 2022, but not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And his personality, his energy is everything. So tell us, what was it like meeting Dante for the first time, getting
Well,
into the act?
it's funny that you mentioned brother because he's my fraternity brother. We play as the same fraternity. Shouts out to that bruh, Alpha. And he actually plays in North Carolina. So I think he said he plays at St. Aug. He plays at St. Aug, and I plays at UNCW. And I know what St. Aug is. I've been up there a couple of times. I actually met Dante at another casting call, if you believe it, prior to me being with Trey Floyd. It was a stage play that was casting, and I went out for it, and he was there, and he just so happened to be walking by me, and I saw he had a alpha lanyard hanging out his pocket. So I stopped him. I was like, "Hey, bro, what's going on?" And I chopped it up with him, let him know I was a bro, and it was cool from there. And then I actually met him. I actually saw him again when we was filming scenes for Army Sisters. I think it was we filmed scenes for Army Sisters, and he was helping out with the camera work. And so I seen him. I was like, "Yo, what's good? What's good?" And then Trey told me about the roommate and told me that Dante was gonna be. I was like, "Oh, we gonna have a ball then." I said, "Cause we already got that rapport, being fraternity brothers." So I said, "This ain't nothing." And so just being on set with him, and like I said, man, just when I'm on set, I like to loosen the mood. I mean, I know it can be tense sometimes. You're trying to get stuff done. You gotta keep to a time. But at the same token, we here to have fun. This is fun. I have fun with this. This is a job, but I love this job, and I like to have fun with this job. My other daytime job that I be having, I don't really have fun with that. I just be there just to be there. This I like being here, and so being on set with him, just kind of going back and forth. It's like, all right, do this, do this. He would say something, and I would just kind of just bounce off him, or he would be like, yo, when this happens, we should do this. I'm like, oh, I like that. And then a lot of times I would hit him with something that he wasn't expecting. So if you think the roommate is funny, you should see the behind the scenes bloopers, because those are crazy. Because there will be a lot of scenes where he be saying his line, and then I go off script slightly, and he won't know how to handle it, and he'll just break. And he'll be like, "Hold on, wait, I wasn't ready for that." So yeah, so it was fun working with him, man. That's like I said, that's a bruh. So we definitely working still. You know what I mean? We're actually in Trey Floyd Productions play Atlanta Child Murders coming up in October. He's doing a play about the Atlanta child murders that took place here in Atlanta back in the late 70s, early 80s, I believe. And so Dante's in it. I'm in it. I got a brief little role in it. But yeah, so we working.
Okay, that's serious. I remember hearing about that story actually.
Mm-hmm.
And being an actor, you have to have range, which brings me to my next question for you. You said your field is kind of like comedy, playing off it. I'm looking at my notes here. What are some of the essential qualities that make an amazing actor? Because you have it. You when it comes to comedy, when I looked at that clip of you and Dante in the exchange on the roommate, I said, okay, yeah, these two it could have fooled me. You two could have been biological brothers, even though your brothers still, your frat or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that it could have fooled me. Like the connection is just there. So for you, what are some of the qualities that make a good actor? And I remember you said in the beginning of this interview when we started, was about being on time when your first time on set, preparation. When I interviewed Brandon Brooks, who's also an actor, he said the
Mm-hmm.
same exact thing. Directors, what they're looking for is someone who's going to be prompt, who's going to be on time, who's going to be professional. Professionalism is key. Even
Mm-hmm.
for this interview, me and you were talking and exchanging. I said, okay, almost showtime. Let you know so that I didn't forget, because I'm
Mm-hmm.
always professional, I guess, and I like to let them know that I'm here. I'm going to make you feel welcome at home, and it's about professionalism. So yeah, for
Mm-hmm.
you, what qualities?
Whew, that's a great question. What makes a good actor? Um, I say for me, well, what makes a good actor is, for one, just being like I said, professionalism. This is a
Mm-hmm.
job at the end of the day. I know a lot of people like to think acting is easy. All you gotta do is read the script. It's not that, and that's one of the things I hate when I'm talking to people who aren't actors and who think that that's all you have to do is get in front of people and read a script or read lines. No, it's
Nah.
not that easy. And anybody that tells me that, I just be wanting to hand them a script and be like, all right, read these. And while you're reading them, I want you to do this, 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 and this, and see how many people can fold under that pressure. There's a lot of people that will fold. This is it's not light work. We got to actually make you believe what it is we're saying, what it is we're doing. Whether you believe it or not, that's our job, to make you believe and tell a story, convey emotions. So I think professionalism, um, I'm still working on the being on time part. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I try my best to get the stuff on time. Especially here in Atlanta, man. Traffic is just disrespectful on a whole nother level. You know, traffic is just disrespectful. And then it's not even just traffic. Like, I can time something out to get me somewhere in 30 minutes, and it's gonna take me about 45 to an hour before it's all said and done. I'm like, just it said 30 minutes. But I digress. So professionalism, just being a good person. You know, we all got our flaws. We all have our strong attributes, and you know, our stuff that we can work on as actors. We're not better than the next person, even though they'll try to make it think that, you know, oh, this person's better than you because they're at this part. Nah, we all have our flaws. We all have our, you know, strong points. To me, just being a decent human, period. Just be a decent human being to others. You know, treat others with respect the way you want to be treated. Whenever I walk on the set, I try to, you know, I'm not really a big talkative person because, you know, when I get on set, I try to, you know, make sure I know where I'm going, I know where I'm at, and I know, you know, my lines. Especially if I'm, you know, I'm not 100% on them. I always try to, you know, get that last little minute tidbit tighten up before I actually go in front of the camera. But most part, when I come on set, I say hi to everybody. You know, I say, hey, what's up? And then I go to my little corner. I'll be in my own little zone. If anybody comes up and say hello, how you doing? I engage. You know, I'm not you know, standoffish or, you know, cold shoulder type. Like, I just be cordial. So professionalism, just being a decent, cordial human. Talent. I mean, you gotta have a work ethic. Talent will take you high. Talent will take you far, but work ethic will take you farther. Because you can have all the talent in the world, but your work ethic is trash. Ain't nobody gonna try to work with you. But if you got a strong work ethic, people will want to. You want people to want to be around you, to be in your presence, to have you around them, and I think that's what would make a great actor. Gotta be prepared. Gotta be prepared, and the biggest thing, you gotta take direction. You got to know how to pivot. You got to know, because you can say a line the same way 300 times and it sounds amazing. But then the director hits you with, okay, say that same line, but do it this way. Now you thrown off because you like, I didn't practice it that way. I didn't rehearse it that way. So now you try to say that line and it's not coming off right because you didn't practice it. So preparation. And like I said, learn how to take direction. If you can learn how to take direction, you're coachable. That lets people know you listen, you pay attention, and it's, oh, okay, he knows how to take direction. So I can pretty much shape and manipulate and maneuver this person however I want them to. And if there's something in the script that I want to try, I can try with this person because they can take direction. So that's in my opinion, makes a great actor. As far as comedy, timing. You gotta have timing. Some people are naturally born with it. I was blessed with natural timing. I got great timing. And also being able to find the funny in something. Yeah. I know a lot of people, I know with this whole cancel culture thing, we like to, you know, cancel people for saying the wrong thing or, you know, a joke that might be inappropriate or insensitive or go too far. Right. But people don't understand when somebody that's a comedic actor or comedian makes a joke that seems inappropriate or, you know, not a good time. There is a science and a method behind that. It's not easy to find the funny in, I guess, misery. It's not. So for us to be able to find that funny and bring that out and make you laugh within that context, that's a gift. And I think more people will start to realize that, then a lot of people won't be as quick to say, oh, that offended me. Oh my God, no. We got to cancel this person. Oh no, that you can't say that. You shouldn't say that. This is a gift of us being able to find the funny in the not so funny. That's a gift. And a lot of people can't do that. And if you're able to do that, you've been blessed. So timing and finding the funny. Those are two things that will make you a great comedic actor, and just being yourself.
And I'm going to say something else as well too. With this day and age, yes, comedians have said offensive things, but it's like be careful of the audience. Be careful of the audience. Be careful of the time, and be careful of everything. Be gentle to other people's needs. And ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite supermodels is here. I had to give her a shout out. She's one of my favorites. Cara Young, who has walked alongside Naomi Campbell and Cindy Crawford. She's worked for Revlon, Maybelline, and so many high fashion magazines. Vogue. She was on Essence magazine and so many others. Please tag her if you see her in the comments. Definitely. Hi, Cara. How are you,
Hello.
girl?
Hello. Naomi Campbell.
The
Wow.
solidity and
I would love
flexibility.
to walk beside Naomi Campbell. Jesus Christ. Woohoo!
I interviewed Cara and we talked about my favorite thing. You're on holiday with Christy. I love Christy too. Christy is also, I was going through all of my Vogue covers today and I seen the cover with Naomi and Christy on the cover and they had the couture hats. I definitely will, Cara. I love Cara. I love Christy. I love both of you. Send her my love. Tell her I love her so much. And yeah, they did Maybelline commercials together and it was such an honor to be able to sit with Cara here on the platform. So love her. Love her.
Celebrity on my live. I made it.
Yes. And yeah, I was about to say, one thing you said that really stood out to me, someone else said it as well too. And oh my God, oh my goodness. Jacket from 227. And she also played on Sister Sister as well too. She said the same thing when she did an interview. She said when it comes to comedy, it's all about timing. And I'll let you talk. I'll tell her about you. Thank you so much, Cara. Thank you so much. It is such an honor to have you here and to be able to sit with you. And I love to sit with you again on my platform. Just let me know. We can set up something again. And we have a question for you. I'm bouncing all around. You got to multitask of being a talk show host, y'all.
Yeah.
Our Yankee says, shout out to my fraternal who says the fluidity and flexibility make a good actor as well.
Fluidity and flexibility. Yeah. That just goes back to the notion I made about, being able to take direction. And being able to, get something, internalize it, understand it, and but leaving yourself open for redirect and different interpretation. So yeah, yeah, that's definitely another aspect to making a great actor.
And when I did my interview, I'm picking on Cara. And I did my interview with Cara. She was saying and Vanessa Williams as well. Name dropping. Look at me. These
I see
ladies
you.
both
Name
said
drop.
when it
Okay,
comes
name drop.
to these ladies told me when I both interviewed them when it comes to getting because they both work in the beauty industry. Cara's a supermodel and Vanessa models. She's USA, Miss America, excuse me. And they both said if you're getting into this industry in this business, you have to make sure it's all about professionalism because your reputation will follow. If something gets out that you're not on time, you're not proper, one director can take that. And for me, I try to be on time. I try to be prompt. And one thing about this, my mom taught me this as well to get into this because my mom was totally, this is open tea here. I'm being really open and transparent. My mom was totally against me, getting out here and getting into the industry and making a name for myself. Most parents, as they try to shield their children, are where it's just like, they're like, okay, what is your motives with my child? Parents just kind of sit back, but now she gets it and she understands it by me talking to her and having that proper education and training to let her know. Because I went in with no experience. And to come in and now into my own with people that help me and mold me in my circle, thankful for the likes of Cara, Vanessa, my fraternal, our Yankee, and so many others. who have
Mhm.
encouraged you. And it's important that you have a support circle getting into the business because those people are there to help you. They're not there to lead you or lead you astray. They're going to
Mhm.
help you along and let you know, okay. And I've took the constructive criticisms, and I also thank my brother Sky as well, to Sky Valentine, because he told me along the way, you put people in your circle that are there, that are going to be there to celebrate you, not tolerate you. Celebrate you, uplift you, empower you, and encourage you along the
Mhm.
way. And that's why Style by Stevie has had the success that it's been since I started in
Mhm.
2017. I started very long ago. And to
Mhm.
see the progression where I'm at now at this point of my life, I'm thankful and I'm happy to be able to sit with the likes of yourself, Rayshawn, and Cara, Vanessa, uh, Tommy Davidson, and so many others. The list goes on and on. I've interviewed so many people. To be exact, I can't remember them all off the head, but to be able to sit with the likes of you guys is an honor and a blessing, and I will cherish this for the rest of my life. So it's important that you have that support circle
Yeah,
around you 100%.
I definitely, want to piggyback off that. That's a big thing for me too. I know my folks, they probably not watching this right now. They'll probably hear about it. But my folks, of course, like any parents, when they learned that I was trying to, pursue my acting, and
Mm.
to them, they just wanted me, it was all like, well, why don't you get a regular job and then, do this as a
Oh, here
hobby?
we go.
And
I know.
I'm like, no 9 to 5 job is gonna give me the availability and flexibility to be able to, take the time off I need to go to auditions, to, go film stuff, and so it's been a it's been an uphill battle. I mean, they've kind of come along with it. I know in the back of their head they still kind of just want me to have that solid foundation,
Yeah, yeah.
but they also support me 100%, 110%. They're always asking me, when any auditions coming up, when you got plays coming up, you ain't doing anything coming up. Anytime I'm in a show or something and it's on TV, they'll be there watching it. Um, they're my big, because I got out of the notion of trying to have other people support me. People say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna come check
Mm.
you out. Or I'm gonna check this out. I got you." And then they just saying it. They don't really show it or nothing like that. So I just look at it as like, anytime I tell somebody, "Hey, I'm doing a play," "Oh, I'm gonna come check you out." Yeah, okay. I don't believe you. Right off the gate, I don't believe you until I actually look out in the audience and see your face. Then I
Yeah.
believe you. Or hey, an episode of a TV show I did is coming on. "Oh, I'm gonna check it out." I don't believe you. I don't believe you until you text me about it, or you say, "Oh yeah, I see that. I see you. You doing this and that." Yeah. So I just got to the point now where I'm like, look, if you support me, just show me that you support me. Don't tell me for the sake of saying, "Oh, I'm gonna just say it so you believe it." Nah, I don't. I don't believe it. I'm good. I'm good on that. I don't do this solely to get support. I do this because this is what I want to do, and
It's the
you
love. It's a
know,
passion.
I don't. I love the positive recognition, but I don't necessarily like I don't necessarily need it to survive or need it to keep going forward. I have that mode. I'm like, I got to do this. I do this. This is what I want to do. I got a child now. I can't quit. Even if I want to, I can't quit because the last thing I want is my child to see his daddy as a quitter. I'm not doing that. So something got to happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but something got to happen because the last thing I want as a father, black father, is instill in my child, if something gets tough, quit. It's not. We're not doing that around here. So that's my. If it there ever is a motivation, it's my child. It's my son. Shout out to my son.
And that's for any parent as well too. It's about finding that balance that works for you with the acting, and that was going to be my next question for you as well too. But before I ask you that question, we have one from Island Yankee. He wants to know: does a comedian have to have discernment of their audience in order to have good time?
Does a comedian have to have discernment of their audience? Uh, well, let me just piggyback a little bit. I tried to do stand-up comedy once in a blue moon ago, and I didn't take it as serious, and the comedian guides put me in my place quick, fast, in a hurry. So I never got back on stage again. I was like, you know what? If I ever decide to do this again, I'm gonna take it serious. Cause I was under no, cause I'm a funny dude. I'm always funny, always cracking jokes around people. Well, it's a total different beast. You have to get on stage and give a routine. And so that in itself, and I think the last time I was on stage, I didn't get no laughs. It was dead silence. And to me, that's worse than getting booed. I would rather get booed. At least I know you got enough energy to give me, to boo me. You ain't got enough energy to even boo me. Just sitting there quiet. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. And so I was like, yeah, you know what? If I ever do this again, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna, be on my P's and Q's. But back to the question. As far as timing, knowing your crowd, you can have all the timing in the world, but you gotta know your crowd. If you know your crowd before, if you got timing, just natural timing off rip, or you've developed a good enough strategy to where you got some decent timing,
yes,
that's cool. But know your audience. You can't go in front. You can't go in front of a audience of all women and do rape jokes, no matter how fire they may be. You gotta pick your points, pick your spots. Pick your poison. Now, if you've cultivated an audience enough, and you have a solid foundation of an audience that rocks with you, that knows your material, that knows your stuff, then you get money. Still want to kind of gauge a little bit, but you get money. But as far as coming out, getting started, definitely want to know your audience. Timing will come, but you gotta know your audience. And once you know your audience, once you figure out your audience, then you can kind of flow from there. And if you are, good enough to maneuver in that lane, you'll be good. So.
Absolutely. And it's all about getting a vibe. Again, it goes back to what I said, making people feel welcome, getting a vibe for people, feeling off their energy and feeding off of their energy. That's why I said when we did our interview today, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be like fireworks because your energy, your timing, everything. And it's lighthearted. So that's what I want the
Thank you.
audience to take
Lighthearted.
off.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. No problem. No problem at all. And I hope people are taking something from this as well, too. Is if you get into this business, know what you're getting yourself into. That's just like me when I decided to get into the fashion beauty world. Like my father told me, because he was going to give it to me straightforward. He was very blunt. He said, if you're going to get out here and you're going to start designing fashion, there's going to be other fashion designers that can design just as good as you.
Yeah.
And it's not as all cut out as people make it seem to be. It's everybody's trying to make a name for themselves. Everybody's going for what they love, which is fashion. Everybody's just going to have their different taste or a different feel for whatever it is that they're doing. So going into whatever field that you're going into, whether it's comedy, whether it's acting, fashion, hair, just know that there's going to be other people, but don't let that discourage you. Keep going and stay in your lane. Do what works for you. I love couture fashion, but I'm very versatile with it. And I love to show that to people, that I'm not just a one-trick pony. I love to show that I have many hats. And, for people out there, if you're capable of multitasking, make sure you're capable of doing that. Stay on top of it. But it is time for our games, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, God.
Rayshawn.
There are games?
So, yeah. Before we get into our games, we got one more question for you. How do you deal with people who doesn't support you until it is popular or beneficial? Great question.
How do I deal with people who don't support me?
Yes, until it's popular or beneficial.
If you don't support me until it's beneficial to you, cool. I remember stuff like this. Like, that's one of my that's one thing my parents tell me. I can keep a grudge. I can hold a grudge. So if you're the type that you're claiming you're supporting me, but you're not, But then when I start to pick up traction, it's like, oh yeah, I got you. Da, 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 da. Yeah, da, da. Nah. I remember stuff. And as I'm getting older, my tolerance for just my lack of empathy and sympathy for people, it's starting to dwindle. So I have no problem turning a cold shoulder and just being a a-hole to people that I know for a fact wouldn't give me the time of day, beforehand when I was out here, starving artists. So, I mean, honestly, I know who I'm doing this for, and they support me. So anything else outside of that is just it's extra icing on the cake. So if you don't support me, cool. I remember it. I remember it. I may not say something to you then, but I'm gonna pick the right opportune time to let you know. I remember. Goes back to timing. Gotta have the right timing.
Absolutely. And my thing is just keep the same energy. When they see you pop, the people who doubted you, they see you on television or they see you on the cover of a magazine or flipping through the pages of a magazine, then they want to come through and support.
Yes.
That's a
Keep
great
that
question.
same energy. That I live by that. Keep that same energy. I'm all about that. The energy you give me, I give it right back. You know what I mean? Hey, keep the same energy. And I'm the type of person, if your energy ain't rocking with me, I can step back. I'm cool. I don't need to be around you. If that's how you rocking, that's how you rocking. Just don't bring over here with me. I'm good. Keep that same energy.
All right, Fashion Dolls, it is time for our games here with Rayshawn. We're going to have some fun. The first one is called the Rapid Five. And Rayshawn, he has to tell me 5 things that he can't live without. It can be your favorite football team, your favorite food, your passions, your goals, your dreams. I've had so many people name whatever it is that they like. It's just a way for your supporters to get to know who you are. Rayshawn, the actor, who you are. And the next one is going to be called Turn the Tables. And this is for my new viewers out here that are just watching the show. You get to know a little bit about me, the hostess, because I'm a mysterious woman. I don't reveal a whole lot to everybody. I'm very private. And it's a good way to be in this industry. Don't open up and tell so much about yourself, but get to know people. And this is a way for them to get to know us. So in this segment, my guests get to ask me questions, as many as they want. So we're going to start off with the Rapid Five.
Gotcha.
So what are 5 things that Rayshawn can't live without?
Let's see. Okay. This part y'all might really get to know the real me. I'm giving you fair warning now. It's probably about to be some no hold barred answers. So if you're sensitive to anything in particular, you might want to turn away right now. All right. 5 things I can't live without. 1, my family. Because they keep me grounded. They keep me humble. I'm a humble person, but they keep me more humble. They keep me more grounded. Second thing I can't live without. Movies. I am a movie head. I will show you my movie collection right now, but the apartment's a little dirty, a little messy. You know what I'm saying? You got a child that act like he don't want to, clean up his stuff behind him. He just leave toys all over the place. But yeah, I got a crazy movie collection. So I can't live without those. I can deal without Netflix, without Hulu, without Disney Plus, as long as I got as long as I got my DVDs, and yes, I got something to play my DVDs on, I'm good money. I'm A-okay. I can be in the house on a weekday if I ain't got to work, just watching movies. Not a care in the world. So let's see, that's 2. The third thing I cannot live without. Third thing I can't live without. I love Southern food. Southern soul food. Can't deal without it. I don't care what nobody else say. No disrespect to nobody else on this live right now. But any food outside the South, It's not matching. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. It's not matching at all.
I get it.
Southern soul food, we got it. Hands down. There's no competing with it. All right? Fight me if you think otherwise. Don't fight me though, because I ain't about that action. I ain't about that life no more. But fight me. All right. Let's see. Number 4. Number 4. What can I not live without? I want to say quietness. Number 4, quietness. Because there are times where I just need a moment to myself. I need to be to myself, to my thoughts. Just leave me be. Don't talk to me. Don't bother me. Just leave me be. There's nothing wrong. It's just I need that quiet time. Just to myself, to my thoughts. Because a lot of times I got a lot of stuff going on in here. I just need to sit down sometimes and sort it out a little bit. And I can't do that if I'm constantly being bombarded from all angles. From all angles. So just give me a few minutes to myself. Don't bother me. And I'll be good money. Like I said, it's not something you did. It's just I need to be left alone. And finally, the last thing I cannot live without. Shout out to all the ladies out there. But I cannot deal without. Y'all know. I can't deal without it. The womb of life. I can't deal without it. I can't. It's got a hold on me. Okay. I can't. If it was a drug, I'd be addicted. I'd be Pookie from New Jack City if it was a drug, okay? It is a drug, all right? I can't live without it. I cannot, okay? I can't. I said it. Yes, I cannot. All right? Shout out to all the fellas that concur with me. But I cannot live without that. I can't. No, I won't do it. I won't do it. That's 5, right? Yeah, that's 5. Yeah, it's 5 things. 5 things I can't live without.
All right. Great answers. All right, Fashion Dolls, that is the rapid 5. Now it is time to turn the tables. And this is for me to sort of let down my velvet rope and allow my new viewers to get to know who Miss Stevie, the hostess, is, for those of you who do not know. So this is for my guests to get to ask me questions, as many as they want to, about passions, goals, dreams, whatever it is. So I'm going to pass it down to Rayshawn.
Whew. Okay, I get to ask you a question. Being a talk show host and just being within the entertainment industry in the field, what are some of the things that you went through coming up that if you had that let me put it like this. What's some stuff that you know now that you wish you had knew then when you were coming up through the ranks? And is there anything that you regret, whether doing, not taking advantage of, to get you to this point? Does that make sense?
Yes, I got
it. Okay. I had to make sure. I was like, I confused myself a little bit. I was like, nigga, what is you talking about? So yeah, I was like, I hope she got it. Because I'm confused over here. But yeah, you got it. Okay, cool.
Okay. Is there anything that I'm going to start off with the regrets? Absolutely. My delivery on certain things, like I would cover pop culture topics and things. And you know, with everything that's going on in this country, racism and so much more, it would come off with so much passion. And people would see me as like, oh, well, she's angry all the time, which equates to, we already know if you're a black woman, you know, we get labeled.
Angry black woman. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Angry black woman syndrome. Absolutely.
So I kind of had to change my delivery, but I still speak out. I'm passionate about things, but I make it, though I'm not trying to be docile or anything like that, but I make it so that I get my point across without making my point across, if that makes sense. Because my delivery could have been a little bit better. So I could regret that. Yeah, I've said some things, horrible things, and I would go back and look at some of my past shows. Who hasn't? Because these are things that were a part of your life. It's a part of you. You can't erase it, you can't take it back, but you can make progress and change for the future. You can't beat yourself up. It's like beating up a dead horse over the past, but you can move forward a better present in the future. And what are some things I've overcome to get where I'm at? I was a part of your I would say being black, being a woman, being told, I'm not the lightest girl in the room. So colorism is a thing that I've faced. Um, just misogyny in general is some of the things that I've faced
Mm-hmm.
uh, into this business and this industry that is commercialized on glamour, having the perfect bright skin. And we all know the perfect bright skin is the color of my background. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've learned along the way that there's a way to do things, and your delivery could be a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But keep it keep it in a way where people can understand, and it's not coming off so harsh. That's what I've learned. Because I'm like, I want to grow, and I've seen the change from 2017 to now 2022, and I like the 2022 version better
Mm-hmm.
than the 2017. Even though some people would love that version, that the sassy neck rolling,
Mm-hmm.
the attitude, and I give you that still, but it's just reserved. It's toned down. For those of you who do not believe, I'm 28, and I'm like, once you hit 30, it's like a big milestone. It's like a
Yeah.
big light bulb goes off. It's reality. It's real. So
I'm
yes, I do
35.
have a
Yeah.
friend.
So I hit that milestone 5 years ago.
So yes, and when it goes off when you get in your 30s, it's like, okay, this is a wake up
Yeah.
call now. The same things I was doing when I was younger, I can't do now. I
Mm-hmm.
can change my delivery. I can kind of give you that, but I can't give you
Mm-hmm.
that. If that makes sense. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I like this. I got a. I think I got my couple more questions. Uh.
Okay.
Uh. So being here in Atlanta, being in the entertainment field, have you had, and I deal with this still on a daily basis as an actor, and no disrespect to this man, but Jesus Christ, it gets on my nerves. Have you had the people come up to you and say, and to find out you're in the entertainment field somehow, some way, and they automatically mention Tyler Perry? Because as an actor here in Atlanta, I want to say this in the most respectful way. Tyler Perry is not the black Jesus for black actors, okay? If I could get on a Tyler Perry production, it would have been happened, okay? Everybody thinks that I can just walk down to Tyler Perry Studios and he's gonna put me on the show. Every person that I mentioned to that I'm an actor, that's the first thing out their mouth. Oh, you should get with Tyler Perry. You should go down to Tyler Perry Studio. He put
Recommendation.
that.
Exactly.
It's I just want to let people that if it was that easy for me, if it was that easy for me, do you really think I'd be working a regular schmegular job right now if it was that easy? No. If it was that easy, I would have been on. But it's not that easy. And people don't get it. And it drives me up a wall because I'm just like, my God. I respect the man. I really do. I appreciate the lane he has made, but come on, he is not Jesus. Please, can we stop? Can we stop, please? Can we stop?
I
Can
concur. I agree.
and like I said, it's no disrespect to the man. So, but yeah, have you gotten the Tyler Perry spiel at some point?
I've gotten that. I definitely have, and I've gotten people say, "Well, why don't you work with this person? Why don't you get with this person?" I'm like, I want to kind of feel the waters out for myself. Like,
Yeah.
not everybody wants to work with Tyler Perry. I mean, if don't you think we would if we could? I mean, opportunities because it's casting calls everywhere, from
Mm-hmm.
LA to New York to Atlanta. And I mean, if they're looking, because you're going to have to go through a long line of thousands of people who are going
Yes.
for the same exact role or one particular role, or just to be an
Yes.
extra, just to be whatever it is, to get alongside him. I mean, yeah, it would be great, but carve your own path.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. My final question, unless I think of another one. We all have our strengths. Um, I like to tell people. I don't like to brag, but I can brag if need be. And like I said previously, one of the things I like to brag on the most is I can find the funny in anything. And not only that, I can write a script for somebody who's not funny, and I can make them funny. That's something I put money on. I put any amount of money on that, and I challenge anybody that doubts me. What's the one thing that you know for a fact? I'm giving you a chance to brag right here. What's the one thing for a
So
fact that you know that nobody else is touching you when it comes to this? Like, what's that one thing where you know for a fact, like, you know what? I'm humble, but when it comes to this one thing, ain't nobody effing with me. Not a soul.
I would have to say my energy, my vibes, because I have that tendency, that warm, welcoming spirit, or
Mm-hmm.
shall I say, some people might call it, well, they've been doing the little memes all over Instagram or whatever. It's Miss or Mr. with the little yellow. I would have to say mine would be Miss Personality because I have that. I guess I get it from my mom. We all inherit some sort of our parents' traits in us.
Yes,
And
we
my
do.
mom is very welcoming. She's a Libra. I'm a Scorpio. And most of the time, certain Scorpios, we're just very kind of, some of us are standoffish, but me, that's not the case. I try to be very welcoming and
Mm-hmm.
warm when it comes to meeting new people and introducing myself because you never know what that door of opportunity could lead to just
Mm-hmm.
from making someone smile or making them laugh. So I would have to
Mm-hmm.
say that would be just personality is something that, some people don't have that gift to get interviews and things like that, and people open up and tell their stories. I don't
Mm-hmm.
force it. I welcome people on my platform to tell their stories their way. I don't make
Mm-hmm.
them change nothing. So that's something that's powerful and that's a gift.
Okay, cool. That was the last question. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, talk about personality. All right, fashion dolls. And that concludes the turn the table segment. And I hope you guys took something from it. Like, personality is key if you're getting into this business. And like
Mm-hmm.
Rayshawn said, you gotta have a sense of humor. I try not to offend people and hurt people because sometimes the jokes can be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, okay, don't say this, don't say that. But I did an interview with Samson McCormick, who's a comedian and who's worked alongside in rooms with Dave Chappelle and so many others.
Mm-hmm.
And I said some of the jokes that he said were dangerous. And as a woman in this community,
Mm-hmm.
it is offensive to me. And I said that sometimes your jokes can be offensive, but you kind of have to make fun without making fun and hurting people or causing danger in people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not you trying to cancel you. We're
Mm-hmm.
simply just letting you know that sometimes the content can be dangerous and harmful to people that are in the LGBTQ,
Mm-hmm.
that are watching and listening, that are your supporters. So that's all. That's all it is. We're not trying to cancel. But find the beauty and the humor within. And that's what I try to get people to see. And I do it in a way that's so lighthearted because there's so much going on in the world. Like gas prices is skyrocketing.
Yes,
We're
there's
now in another pandemic. It's like,
yes.
what, Lord Jesus, what is next now? You turn on the
Yep.
news every day. So I kind of want people to have an escape. That's why I
Yes.
created this platform. A refreshing breath of fresh air when they scroll down Instagram and you see so many things that's coming on the news or whatever on your
Mm-hmm.
news feed. You see something that is positive, that is refreshing, that's lighthearted, and just that temporary getaway can help.
Yeah. That's why I tell people you gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh. When
Lord
I
knows we need it
whenever
right now.
whenever I right now I got face full of hair, but whenever I shave it, I look a lot younger than what I know when I am. And people ask me, how do you maintain youth like that? And I tell them I laugh at everything because with so much going on in this world,
Yes.
and you worried about so much, especially as a black man in America. I'm a black father. I already have just the trauma of going outside every day, wondering whether or not I'm gonna make it back home. Just being a black man. That's trauma in itself. And I got parental paranoia about my child. Whenever he's not with me, I'm always worried
That's
about,
right.
is he
That's
safe? Is
right.
he good? What's he doing? So just that alone, and then whatever's going on in the world, in this country, I'm just like, man, you got to just laugh at stuff. You just got to sit back sometimes. And as Cat Williams said, you got to have your 7 laughs. You got to get your 7 laughs in. And I'm telling you, laughing puts years on your life. It does.
Oh,
I'm telling you right now, laughing puts years. So all you people out there that don't like to laugh or don't think stuff is funny, laugh. I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help you live longer. Live longer, laugh. That's why I laugh at everything. I just laugh. Because sometimes you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh to keep from crying. Sometimes you laugh so hard you start crying. And then you cry, you start laughing. So Just laugh, people. If there's ever anything I could say as a quote, just laugh.
And laughter and music are medicines to the soul. Laughing releases endorphins, and we need that in such times. Times are heavy right now with everything that's going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I try to create that escape, that illusion, so that people will have it, knowing that, you're okay. You're going to be okay. Just keep working, keep striving, keep doing what you're doing. I know it's tough, but just take a moment, sit back, as you mentioned in the beginning of the interview. And one of your top 5 things was silence. So take a moment, be still in the moment, and
Mm-hmm.
practice the art of silence. Sit back and reflect. Find something positive to do. I do a lot of writing in my spare time, and I do a lot of reading. I'm always educating and staying on top of everything. So find something that works for you, that puts your mind at ease.
Amen.
So yeah, that is the final thought right there. And my last question for you is, and then we're going to conclude, is, well,
Mm.
last 2 questions are, what advice would you give to people that are looking to get into the entertainment business, that are looking to become an actor? And what can everybody expect from you in the future, in the upcoming projects? I know you said one in October for Trey
Mm.
Floyd.
Well, first I do the upcoming project. So I'm doing a dinner theater show called Dear John with Trey Floyd. We have a show in August 6th. We have a show, and then we're going on a 2-month hiatus to prepare for Atlanta child murders, and then we'll come back to Dear John in November. It's a dinner theater show. It's funny. You get food, alcohol, and a murder mystery. I mean, what's better than that? It's very interactive, so you're right there within the thick of it. It's not something you're just watching. You're in the thick of it. And we've had, I think three shows. I might be missing out on 3 or 4 shows, and they've all sold out. They've all been selling out. So definitely come check it out. Go to TreyFloydTV.com, TreyFloydProduction.com. He gonna get mad at me
Yeah.
if I don't say the right thing. So go to Trey Floyd Productions. I think it's Trey Floyd. Is it Trey Floyd TV or TreyFloydProductions.com? I'm pretty sure it's Trey Floyd TV. You can go, get your tickets, and also sign up for Trey Floyd TV, because that's where he's got all his he's got his own streaming service. He's got all his shows on there, including Army Sisters, LaVille, and Roommate, 3 of which I did. And if you think I'm funny, go watch the Roommate. You'll see just how funny I can be. So I got that coming up. Like I said, we got Atlanta child murders coming up in October. It's going to talk about a very, very powerful, time in not only just, Atlanta history, but America history. It's definitely going to bring up a lot of emotions. Bring up a lot of
Yeah.
feelings. But it's
That,
going to be a powerful play. So we got that in October. Like I said, Dear John's coming back in November. As far as anything on my personal end, I'm looking to start back doing my hip hop monologues. I kind of strayed away from those for a little bit because I got, kind of caught up with some other stuff. Hip hop monologues. If you've been on my page, you see that I take hip hop songs and I basically do them as monologues, which you can essentially do that with any type of song. Just make it into a monologue. But I chose hip hop because I love hip hop. I'm a hip hop head. Shout out to the '90s golden era. Loved it. So yeah, I'm probably going, I'm gonna get back on that, hopefully within the next few months. I'm doing a R&B version of the hip hop monologues called The Smoking Room. I'm trying to get that, up and popping. I got a few other things. I got a few other things in the pipeline. I'm cultivating right now. Don't want to put too much sauce into them right now. I'm still cultivating them, still, nurturing them. So I got those coming up. And as far as the advice I can give for anybody trying to come into just know it's not for the weak-hearted or the weak-minded. You gotta be strong-willed. You're gonna get told no. This thing I want people to understand. Your acting friends, if you know somebody that's an actor, check on them, because we're not a part of the normal majority. All right, we get told no we can't do something and we still go back and do it. Whereas you got told growing up, if you got told no, you couldn't do something, you didn't do it. Or if you got told no, you did it, you got in trouble. We're getting told no on a fairly regular basis. You either, too tall, too short, too light, too dark,
Yeah.
your hair's too long, it's too short. Oh, you're too pretty. That's the thing. You'll get told you're too pretty if you're too pretty. You're gonna get told no a lot, and I hate saying that because it's so cliche, but it's the truth. You're gonna get told no a lot. You gotta have thick skin. You gotta have people. You gotta have people that's gonna tell you stuff like, this might not be for you, or I don't really think you got it, or this, that, and the third. A lot of it is opinions, and opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. 9 times out of 10, they're full of shit. Okay, so just know that. All right, strong-willed, strong-minded, and you just gotta be able to grind. And my personal thing is, don't wait on somebody to do something for you. Do for self. Don't wait for nobody to book you for anything. Don't wait for nobody to submit you for anything. Don't wait, for somebody to say, hey, I got something coming up. I would love for you to be a part of it. Nah, don't wait. Go out there. Get in the acting classes that you can. Find the acting class that best fits you and what you want to do with your career. Because not all acting classes are cut the same, and not all of them are the same. I had to bounce around from a few until I found the one that I was comfortable with. Shout out to the company acting studio. Love y'all to death. So definitely find the one that benefits you and shows you and caters to you with what you want to do with your acting. That's pretty much. I can't think of that. Strong-minded, strong-willed, work ethic. And remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Rarely do overnight celebrity sensations happen. Not saying they don't happen, but rarely do they do. And also, don't forget your humble beginnings. Once you start making traction, don't forget your humble beginnings, because they will come back and remind you with a vengeance if you decide to forget. And just stay creative. And another thing, I'm gonna make this my last point. Don't let nobody tell you that something isn't or is, especially if you're a comedic actor. Don't let nobody tell you something is or isn't funny. I used to do that. I don't do that no more. I just say it's not for me. When I started developing more of my comedy, I started to look at other comedians and say, what makes this person funny, or what makes this person have such a draw in the audience? And I listen to different comedians, and some of them, they're just not for me. I listen to the jokes. I'm just like, I see why they got a crowd. It's just not for me. I've worked with people and dealt with folks that, they try to tell me, my comedy is too raw, it's too out there, it's not funny, or it's just too raunchy. No, it's just not for you. And that's cool if it's not for you. Just say that. But what I won't tell another person is that they're not funny. They're just not for me. That's what I'll say. I just say, yeah, it's not for me. Or your comedy's not for me. Don't let nobody tell you you're not funny. All right? Because 9 times out of 10, somebody's telling you that you're not funny. You are funny. You're just a threat to them. And they know it. So stick to your guns. Find your audience. Find your niche. And you'll be good. If there's anything else I can think of, I don't know. DM me if you got any other questions, because I could probably come up with something after we get up this thing and be like, oh, I should have said that. So.
Alan Yankee has one more for you. He says, "Will you laugh eternally when people get parts that you know you were better at?"
Me laughing should answer your question, but I'm gonna answer your question. So there are certain shows that I refuse to watch simply because I auditioned for them so many times. and saw the episodes that I auditioned for and saw the role I auditioned for and saw the person that got the role. And I'm looking at them like, that's who y'all went with? No disrespect, because I don't like, I like I said, get your money, get your bread, do you, player. I don't want to knock another person. I don't want to bring them down. But come on, son. A part of me, that competitive spirit, because I used to play sports growing up, that competitive spirit, I know damn well I was better than that. I know damn well I read that role better than that. Or I know damn well that's not the one they chose over me. Over me. I stopped watching shows because I auditioned for them and I seen them and I seen what they book and I'm just like, oh, y'all disrespectful on a whole nother level. Y'all disrespectful on a whole nother level. And there's certain shows that I audition for and I still watch them because I'm a fan of the show. I can't help it. I love the show. I give a prime example. P-Valley. I auditioned for 3 roles on newest season. 3 different roles, 3 different episodes. I saw each role. Now, 2 of them, I was like, nah, I couldn't have played that. There's no way. I was like, I don't even know why I even got that audition. Nah, I couldn't play that. And then there was one I was like, I could have did that better. I could have did that way better. And like I said, it's not a knock to other actors out there. Get your money, dog. Get y'all. But there's that competitive spirit in me. There's times where I just be like, nah, I know I could have did that better.
You could have done it a little bit better.
I could have done that better. And so times like that, you just gotta sit back and be like, all right. I joke it off as to say, okay, casting made a mistake, but that's on them. They'll learn. Oh, shout out to all the casting directors out there. I hope ain't none of y'all watching because I don't want to upset y'all.
Casting dogs. I think we're now at the end of the road. Let everyone know where they can follow you. It was such a pleasure having you here. Nothing but keys and giggles, and I'd love to have you back on the show again in the future.
Yes. Tell all your fans, all your family, all your peoples to follow me on IG, RLS Junior _the actor. That's RLS Junior _the actor. That's Rayshawn L. Smith Jr. Please say the Junior. You can follow me on there. I'm on Facebook, Rayshawn Smith. I got a regular page and I got my acting page. But yeah, man, follow me. Just see what I'm doing. I'm always posting, clips of auditions that I have or, shorts that I've done. Or for those of y'all that follow me, know when I be at work bored, I like to boogie a little bit. I like to dance. Yeah. So I will definitely post a random video of me in the warehouse break room or in the stock area, just dancing just outrageously for no apparent reason, other than the fact that I'm bored or I got time. And if you enjoy those, please let me know. Because if y'all enjoy them, I'm going to do them more frequently. I mean, I'm going to do them regardless. But if I know I got a steady fan base, I might, pick up on my frequency of doing them. Any actors, collaborators out there that want to, get together and come up with some stuff, I got sketches, I got ideas. Anybody that want to get with me and collaborate on some stuff, let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm funny as hell. I'm gonna be a little braggadocious right now. I'm funny as hell. I know how to bring the funny out. So if you're looking for some funniness, holla at your boy. If you're looking for a good actor, holla at your boy. If you're looking for a great actor, holla at your boy. All right? I gotta feed my family. All right? I'm trying to get my mama a house. She already got a house, but I'm trying to get another one. So yeah, man. Any people out there that want to just collaborate, want to, come together and just make some shit happen, holla at me, man. You can, reach out to me in my DMs. I try to get to them, as quick as I can. Sometimes, I'll be a little late on it, but I try to get to them as quick as I can. So yeah, Miss Stevie, I appreciate you for taking the time out to interview me. You could have interviewed anybody else in the world, but you interviewed me, and that makes you the coolest person on the planet. Don't let nobody else tell you otherwise. I want to say thank you. You could have interviewed anybody else, but you picked little old me. And I appreciate you.
No problem, and you're welcome to come back anytime. And
Oh,
make
most
sure you
definitely.
guys go and get your tickets. Definitely go and get your tickets. Go to www.treyfloyd.com to go get your tickets for the Atlanta murders and so much more. Check it
Yes.
out, dolls.
Yes. Go get y'all tickets. Get y'all tickets so he can employ me because he doesn't like to employ me as much. But if he knows there's a fan base that wants to see me, he will employ me more. I know he gonna text me talking trash after he
You
see
go watch
this.
this.
Oh, they're on their way. Shout out to the Trey Floyd family. They're on their way to DC right now to do She's Got It. So if you're in the DC area, I
Yes.
think the show is sold out, but if not, definitely get you some tickets to go check it out. It's a phenomenal play. Phenomenal play. They on the road right now. I want to say shout out to the Trey Floyd fam. Be safe, y'all. Break a leg. And hurry back so we can do some more stuff.
All right, fashion dolls, please going over. Oh, tickets are still here. You guys can get tickets. Tickets are still on sale, so you guys can go and pick up your tickets. Go to www.treyfloyd.com for your
Y'all heard
tickets for
that?
She
Go
Got It.
get, go get your tickets. Stop what you're doing. Go get your tickets. Stop, stop,
All
stop,
right,
stop playing Angry Birds. Stop playing Candy Crush. Go get your tickets. Stop watching this. Go get your tickets.
all right, fashion dolls. That concludes our show today. Thank you so much, Rayshawn. It was such a great time.
Thank you, thank you. And whenever you want to have me back on, just say the word. I'm here.
Definitely. And this interview will be up. Be on the lookout for the August lineup, ladies and gentlemen. We have officially created, well, finished or completed all of our interviews for this month of July. August is going to be even more amazing. We have some more amazing guests. So stay tuned for the lineup for August. Sometime this weekend, I'll post it so you guys will be up to date on who's coming on. I love you all. And you guys, please be safe out here in this heat and everything. Guys, stay cool, drink lots of water, and laugh, like Rayshawn said. Live, laugh.
Yes. Laugh. Yes.
All right, fashion dolls, you guys take care and you guys have a blessed and safe weekend.
Deuces.
Take care.